Today, we're diving into a topic that might ruffle a few feathers, but it's all about helping you make smarter car choices in 2025. Not all car brands are created equal, and some just don't deliver when it comes to reliability, value, or overall ownership experience. So if you're thinking about buying a new ride this year, stick around because I'm breaking down the top 5 car brands you might want to avoid, and exactly why. Trust me, knowing this now could save you a lot of money and headaches later. Jeep. Jeep is a brand that often divides opinion. On one hand, it has a legendary reputation for rugged off-road capability and a loyal fan base that loves its classic design and adventurous spirit. On the other hand, when it comes to daily driving, reliability, and overall ownership experience, Jeep struggles to impress many buyers in 2025. If you're thinking about getting a Jeep this year, it's important to know why it might not be the smartest choice. In this script, I'll explain why Jeep is one of the car brands to avoid in 2025. First off, Jeep's appeal is undeniable. Models like the Wrangler and the Grand Cherokee have iconic styling and serious off-road chops. The Wrangler especially has a cult following, and it's hard to find another SUV that can match its ability to tackle rocks, mud, and rough trails. But this focus on ruggedness sometimes comes at the cost of everyday usability and reliability. One of the biggest issues Jeep faces is its mixed track record on reliability. According to many consumer reports and reliability studies, Jeep consistently ranks near the bottom compared to other SUV brands. Problems with the electrical system, engine components, and transmissions have been commonly reported across multiple models. For instance, the Jeep Renegade, one of the brand's smaller SUVs, has been criticized for frequent engine stalling, transmission hesitations, and other mechanical glitches that pop up even within the first few years of ownership. These issues translate into costly repairs and time spent in the shop, which is frustrating for owners who expect a dependable daily driver. The Wrangler, while amazing off-road, also has its share of issues. Its ride quality is famously rough, a trade-off for the solid axles and heavy-duty suspension that help it conquer tough terrain. If you spend most of your time on highways or city streets, this bumpy and noisy ride can get old fast. Plus, Wranglers tend to have more frequent oil leaks and electrical problems compared to other SUVs. While parts and service are widely available due to its popularity, maintenance costs can add up quickly, especially as the Wrangler ages. Inside the cabin, Jeep often falls short on refinement and quality. The Grand Cherokee, which aims to compete with luxury SUVs, looks good at first glance and offers plenty of features. But many owners have reported issues with cheap plastics, rattling noises, and infotainment system glitches. The interior tech, though feature-rich, sometimes freezes or crashes, causing headaches. In 2025, you can find rivals like the Ford Explorer or Toyota Highlander that offer smoother rides, more upscale interiors, and better reliability ratings at a similar price. Fuel economy is another area where Jeep doesn't shine. Most Jeep SUVs have average or below average gas mileage. With gas prices fluctuating, many buyers want vehicles that are efficient, especially for daily commuting. The Jeep Grand Cherokee, for example, usually returns mid to high teens in miles per gallon, which is lower than some competitors in the midsize SUV segment. This means more stops at the pump and higher running costs over time. Jeep's resale value is interesting because it's one of the few positives for the brand. Wranglers especially hold their value well because of their iconic status and strong demand in the used market. However, this doesn't fully compensate for the high maintenance costs and frequent repairs many owners experience. If you plan to keep your vehicle long-term, those repairs can really add up. Another point to consider is Jeep's overall vehicle quality and build consistency. Different Jeep models often vary widely in quality. For example, the Jeep Compass, which is an entry-level SUV below the Renegade, has faced numerous complaints about drivetrain problems and poor interior materials. It doesn't offer the same rugged capability as the Wrangler or the Grand Cherokee, but it still carries many of Jeep's reliability headaches. Jeep's off-road reputation is so strong that it overshadows these shortcomings for many buyers. If you want a vehicle strictly for trail riding or outdoor adventures, a Jeep might still be a great choice. But for most people who need a comfortable, reliable daily driver that also handles occasional off-road trips, there are better options in 2025. When you compare Jeep to brands like Toyota or Honda, the difference in reliability and overall ownership experience becomes clear. Toyota's SUVs, like the 4Runner and Ray V4, offer excellent off-road capabilities paired with legendary durability and low maintenance costs. Honda's CR-V and Passport provide smooth rides, comfortable interiors, and strong reliability, making them excellent alternatives for daily use. Even within the American SUV market, Jeep's competitors are making huge strides. The Ford Bronco, for instance, has quickly gained a reputation for solid off-road performance while offering a more refined ride and modern technology than the Wrangler. The Bronco's build quality and reliability ratings are generally better, making it a more balanced choice for 2025 buyers. In conclusion, Jeep's brand image as a tough off-road vehicle maker is well-earned, but the 2025 lineup struggles in several key areas that matter to everyday buyers. Poor reliability ratings, frequent mechanical issues, rough ride quality, and average fuel economy make Jeep a less attractive choice for those looking for a versatile and dependable SUV. While Jeep may still be perfect for hardcore off-road enthusiasts, if you want a daily driver that won't break the bank on repairs and maintenance, you're better off considering other brands. Whether it's a Toyota, Honda, or even a newer American brand like Ford, there are plenty of SUVs in 2025 that offer better value, quality, and peace of mind than Jeep. So before you jump on the Jeep bandwagon, make sure you weigh the pros and cons carefully. Look beyond the rugged image and consider what matters most to you: reliability, comfort, fuel efficiency, and long-term ownership costs. Jeep might be exciting and iconic, but in 2025, it's not the safest bet for smart buyers who want a dependable SUV that won't give them headaches down the road. That's why Jeep is definitely one of the car brands to avoid in 2025, at least if you want a worry-free ownership experience. If you're all about off-roading and iconic style, sure, it's hard to beat, but for the everyday driver, it's worth looking elsewhere. Jaguar. Jaguar has long been seen as a symbol of British luxury and style. For decades, it represented elegance, sporty design, and a unique driving experience. But in 2025, if you're thinking about buying a Jaguar, it's important to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. While the brand still carries its classic charm, Jaguar has become a car brand that many experts and buyers recommend avoiding in 2025. In this script, I'm going to explain why Jaguar is struggling, what common problems it faces, and why you might want to consider other options if you're shopping for a luxury car this year. One of the biggest reasons Jaguar is on many people's avoid list is its poor reliability. Over the years, Jaguar's reputation for reliability has taken a hit. Consumer reports and owner surveys consistently rank Jaguar near the bottom when it comes to dependability. In fact, many Jaguar models have a high number of reported issues, ranging from electrical faults to engine and transmission problems. This means that owning a Jaguar often means more frequent trips to the mechanic, higher repair bills, and more time spent dealing with unexpected breakdowns. Take, for example, the Jaguar F-Pace, which is one of the brand's most popular SUVs. While it looks stunning and drives well, Owners have reported issues with the infotainment system freezing or malfunctioning, strange warning lights appearing on the dashboard, and even problems with the air suspension system. These kinds of issues aren't just inconvenient, they can be expensive to fix, especially once the warranty expires. The Jaguar XE and XF sedans, which aim to compete with the likes of the BMW 3 Series and Audi A4, have also been criticized for transmission glitches and electrical problems. If you want a luxury car that you can rely on every day, these are red flags. Another major concern with Jaguar is the high cost of ownership. Jaguar vehicles are not cheap to buy, but what makes them really pricey is how much you'll pay to maintain and repair them. Luxury cars in general tend to have higher upkeep costs than regular cars, but Jaguar takes it to another level. Parts are expensive, labor costs at specialized dealerships are steep, and because the cars are not as common as some German or Japanese luxury brands, finding affordable service options can be tough. For many Jaguar owners, these ongoing expenses turn what seemed like a dream car into a costly burden. The depreciation of Jaguars is another factor to consider. Jaguars tend to lose their value faster than many other luxury brands. A new Jaguar can drop in price significantly within the first few years of ownership. This means if you plan to sell or trade in your Jaguar down the road, you might end up with a much smaller return than expected. Combined with high repair costs, this poor resale value makes Jaguars a less smart investment. Jaguar's technology and interior quality have also been points of criticism in recent years. While the brand promises cutting-edge features and stylish design inside the cabin, many users find the execution lacking. The infotainment systems, for example, often feel slow and glitchy compared to competitors like Mercedes-Benz or Tesla. Some models use outdated technology or software that isn't very user-friendly. The materials inside, although generally upscale, sometimes show premature wear or rattles that shouldn't be present in a luxury vehicle. When you pay luxury prices, you expect a premium experience, and Jaguar often falls short. Driving experience is an area where Jaguar tries hard to impress, but again, it's a mixed bag. Jaguar cars are designed to be sporty and fun to drive, and they do offer sharp handling and strong engines in many models. The F-Type sports car is still one of the best-looking and most thrilling luxury coupes on the road. But this driving excitement sometimes comes with a cost in comfort and practicality. Many Jaguars sacrifice ride quality for sporty handling, meaning the ride can feel stiff and uncomfortable on rough or uneven roads. For everyday driving, especially in busy cities or on poor roads, this can become tiring. Another thing to keep in mind is that Jaguar's lineup is shrinking. Over the past few years, Jaguar has cut back on the number of models it offers, focusing mostly on SUVs and a limited number of sedans or sports cars. This means fewer options for buyers and less innovation in certain categories. The brand is trying to reinvent itself with electric vehicles, but in this area, competitors like Tesla, Audi, and Mercedes-Benz are already more established and have better infrastructure. So if you're looking for the latest and most advanced electric luxury car, Jaguar still has some catching up to do. When you compare Jaguar to other luxury brands, the gaps become clear. BMW and Mercedes-Benz, for example, offer better reliability, more refined technology, and a wider selection of vehicles that suit different tastes and budgets. Lexus is famous for its bulletproof reliability and excellent customer service. Audi combines sleek design with advanced tech and a strong reputation for dependability. Jaguar, in contrast, feels like a brand stuck between its past glory and trying to catch up with modern luxury standards. Even on the style front, Jaguar's designs, while classic, haven't evolved as quickly as some competitors. Some buyers feel that Jaguar's styling feels a bit dated or not as fresh compared to the bold, aggressive looks coming from brands like Alfa Romeo or Genesis. In a market where image matters a lot, this can be a disadvantage. In summary, Jaguar in 2025 is a brand with serious challenges. Reliability problems, high maintenance costs, rapid depreciation, glitchy technology, and a less comfortable ride make it a risky choice for most buyers. While the brand still offers eye-catching design and sporty driving dynamics, these positives don't outweigh the practical downsides for daily owners. If you want luxury, style, and performance without the constant worry about breakdowns and repair bills, you'd be better off looking at alternatives. Brands like Lexus, Audi, BMW, and Mercedes-Benz offer proven reliability, advanced technology, and more comfortable rides. Even some non-traditional luxury brands like Tesla provide cutting-edge features and better ownership experiences. For many buyers in 2025, these brands provide a safer bet. So, if you're in the market for a luxury car this year, Jaguar is one brand to approach with caution. It has its charm and history, but in terms of real-world ownership and reliability, it just doesn't stack up. Do your research, read owner reviews, and consider test driving some other options before making a decision. Your money and peace of mind are worth it. That's why Jaguar is one of the car brands to avoid in 2025, unless you're willing to accept the risks and extra costs that come with it. For most drivers, there are better luxury cars out there that deliver more value, dependability, and satisfaction. Chrysler. Chrysler used to be a big name in American cars. For decades, it was known for making comfortable family vehicles with a touch of style. But in 2025, Chrysler's reputation has taken a big hit, and many car experts and buyers suggest avoiding this brand. If you're thinking about buying a Chrysler, it's important to understand why this brand struggles so much today. In this script, I'll explain the main reasons Chrysler is considered one of the car brands to avoid in 2025, what common problems its cars face, and what better options you might want to consider instead. One of the biggest issues Chrysler faces is poor reliability. Over the past several years, Chrysler vehicles have consistently ranked near the bottom in reliability studies by trusted sources like J.D. Power and Consumer Reports. Many Chrysler models have frequent problems with their engines, transmissions, electrical systems, and more. For example, the Chrysler Pacifica, which is one of their most popular minivans, is often praised for its roomy interior and family-friendly features, but owners report issues with its transmission shifting roughly or getting stuck, plus frequent electrical glitches that can be both annoying and costly to fix. The Chrysler 300 sedan, which once was a symbol of American luxury and power, has also struggled. While it offers a strong engine and a comfortable ride, the 300 has been known to have issues with its electronics and suspension, making ownership more frustrating than it should be. When you combine these frequent mechanical problems with the high cost of repairs, it's easy to see why many buyers feel like Chrysler vehicles don't hold up well over time. Another big downside to Chrysler is its poor resale value. Cars from Chrysler tend to lose their value faster than many other brands. This means if you buy a Chrysler new or used, you'll likely get much less money back when it's time to sell or trade it in. Depreciation hits Chrysler vehicles hard because of the brand's shaky reliability and less desirable reputation. In the car world, fast depreciation means you lose more money simply by owning the car, even if you take good care of it. Chrysler also struggles with its technology and interior quality. While the brand has tried to update its vehicles with modern infotainment systems and fancy features, many users find Chrysler's systems slow, outdated, or glitchy compared to competitors. The Uconnect infotainment system, which is used in many Chrysler cars, sometimes freezes or crashes, which can be frustrating when you're trying to use navigation or music apps. The interior materials, although improved in recent years, still don't match the refinement and attention to detail you get from brands like Toyota or Honda in similar price ranges. Fuel efficiency is another area where Chrysler falls short. With gas prices always fluctuating, many buyers today want vehicles that are economical to run. Chrysler's lineup, especially its larger vehicles like the Pacifica and 300, don't offer the best fuel economy compared to rivals. Competitors like the Honda Odyssey or Toyota Sienna minivans, and even mid-size sedans from Toyota or Mazda, often have better mileage and lower running costs, making Chrysler less attractive for budget-conscious buyers. Driving experience with Chrysler vehicles tends to be uninspiring as well. The company focuses more on comfort than sportiness or excitement. While some people prefer a soft and quiet ride, others feel Chrysler's cars lack the refined handling and responsiveness you get from other brands. When compared to competitors like Kia or Hyundai, which have made huge leaps in design and driving dynamics, Chrysler feels outdated. This is especially true when looking at newer models from those brands, which are more fun to drive and come with better features. Another important point to consider is Chrysler's limited model lineup. Unlike brands that offer a wide range of cars, SUVs, and trucks, Chrysler's focus is mostly on a small number of models, primarily the Pacifica minivan and the 300 sedan. This limited selection means fewer choices for buyers, and it also means Chrysler is not keeping up with current trends where SUVs and crossovers dominate the market. While many brands have expanded and updated their SUV offerings, Chrysler's smaller lineup makes it harder for buyers to find a vehicle that fits their specific needs. The brand's image has also taken a hit. Chrysler used to be a symbol of American innovation and style, but today it struggles to stand out. In a market full of competitive brands that offer great quality, performance, and technology, Chrysler has lost much of its appeal. For younger buyers or those looking for a brand with a strong reputation, Chrysler doesn't carry the same excitement or trust as brands like Toyota, Honda, or even Ford. Customer satisfaction with Chrysler is often mixed. While some owners enjoy the spacious interiors and the idea of owning an American brand, many complain about poor after-sales service, long repair times, and high maintenance costs. Having a good dealer experience is important when buying a car, but many Chrysler owners report frustration with dealership support compared to what you might get from brands like Subaru or Hyundai. Now, if you're still interested in a Chrysler, maybe because you like the style or price point, it's important to go in with eyes wide open. Expect that you may face more frequent repairs and higher costs than with other brands. If you want a hassle-free ownership experience, Chrysler might not be the best choice in 2025. So what are the better alternatives? If you're looking for a minivan, the Toyota Sienna and Honda Odyssey are much more reliable, offer better fuel efficiency, and come with superior technology and safety features. For sedans, models like the Toyota Camry or Honda Accord provide excellent reliability, strong resale value, and enjoyable driving dynamics at a similar or lower price. If you want an SUV or crossover, Hyundai and Kia offer great options with modern designs, excellent warranties, and proven dependability. In summary, Chrysler in 2025 is a brand to avoid for most car buyers. The combination of poor reliability, high maintenance costs, quick depreciation, outdated technology, and a limited model lineup makes it hard to recommend. While the brand still has some appeal for those who want roomy interiors and American styling, the practical downsides outweigh the positives. If you want a dependable, enjoyable, and cost-effective vehicle, you'd be better off looking elsewhere. Before you make your final decision, always check detailed reviews, owner feedback, and reliability ratings. Test drive multiple cars and compare ownership costs to see what fits your needs best. Your money is important, and so is having a car that you can trust every day. That's why Chrysler is one of the car brands to avoid in 2025. For now, it's better to explore other brands that offer more reliability, value, and peace of mind. Nissan. Nissan is a brand that many people know and trust around the world. For years, Nissan made cars that were affordable, reliable, and popular among everyday drivers. Models like the Altima, Sentra, and Rogue were some of the best sellers in their categories. But in 2025, Nissan's reputation has taken a hit. More and more experts and customers are starting to question whether Nissan is still a good choice. In this script, I'll explain why Nissan has become one of the car brands to avoid in 2025. We'll look at the common problems Nissan vehicles face, why reliability is becoming an issue, and what other options might be smarter for buyers today. One of the biggest reasons people are wary of Nissan in 2025 is the growing number of reliability problems. Over the past several years, Nissan's cars and SUVs have been showing more frequent mechanical and electrical issues than before. While Nissan used to be known for making dependable vehicles, recent models have struggled to maintain that reputation. According to reports from organizations like J.D. Power and Consumer Reports, Nissan's reliability ratings have dropped and often fall below the industry average. A good example is the Nissan Rogue, which is one of Nissan's most popular SUVs. It's a favorite for many because of its comfortable ride, good fuel economy, and modern features. However, many owners have reported issues with the Rogue's continuously variable transmission, or CVT, which is known to cause problems like slipping, hesitation, or even complete failure in some cases. Transmission repairs are expensive and can make owning a Nissan Rogue more stressful than expected. The Nissan Altima and Sentra sedans, which have been best sellers for years, also face criticism. Problems such as engine stalling, faulty sensors, and electrical glitches have been reported by owners. These issues not only affect the driving experience but also increase the cost of maintenance. When you compare this to competitors like Toyota Camry or Honda Civic, which are known for long-term reliability and lower maintenance costs, Nissan falls behind. Another major factor making Nissan less attractive is the company's slow progress on safety technology. While Nissan has made efforts to include driver assist features like automatic emergency braking and lane keeping assist, many of their models still lack the latest safety tech found in rival brands. For example, brands like Hyundai and Kia offer comprehensive safety packages as standard even in their base models, while Nissan often charges extra for similar features. In today's market, safety is a big priority, and falling behind in this area is a serious drawback. The design and interior quality of Nissan vehicles have also come under criticism. While Nissan cars often have a sporty and stylish look on the outside, the inside materials and cabin design feel outdated compared to competitors. Many buyers find the cabin plastics cheap and the infotainment systems less intuitive or slower than what brands like Mazda or Subaru offer. Comfort and tech are important for many car buyers, especially families, and Nissan's interior quality is starting to feel less competitive. Fuel economy is another area where Nissan is losing ground. Some newer Nissan models still use older engine technology that doesn't deliver the best mileage for their class. In 2025, with fuel prices constantly fluctuating and growing interest in hybrid and electric vehicles, Nissan's slower development in these areas hurts its appeal. For example, the Toyota Prius and Honda Insight hybrids offer superior fuel efficiency and reliability, making them better choices for buyers focused on saving money at the pump. The overall ownership experience with Nissan vehicles is also a concern. Many owners report frustrations with dealership service, parts availability, and repair costs. Good customer service and easy maintenance are essential for a positive car ownership experience. And Nissan's support doesn't always meet customer expectations. This can make owning a Nissan more stressful and expensive over time. Another key issue is the brand's uncertain future direction. Nissan has struggled with leadership changes, financial troubles, and challenges in the global market in recent years. This uncertainty can affect the quality and innovation of their vehicles. In contrast, Brands like Toyota, Hyundai, and Volkswagen have clearer plans for electric vehicles and new technologies, which gives buyers more confidence about long-term value. If you look at the competition, Nissan faces stiff challenges from brands that have improved rapidly in reliability, technology, and design. Hyundai and Kia, for example, have gained huge popularity thanks to their excellent warranties, advanced tech features, and better build quality. Toyota continues to dominate with proven reliability and hybrid options. Honda remains a favorite for dependable engines and strong resale value. These brands offer more peace of mind than Nissan in 2025. So, should you avoid Nissan altogether? Not necessarily. If you find a well-maintained used Nissan or a model that fits your budget and needs, it can still be a reasonable choice. But if you want the most dependable, modern, and cost-effective car in 2025, you should seriously consider other brands first. Nissan is no longer the safe bet it used to be, and the risk of unexpected repairs and higher costs is real. For those looking for alternatives, consider the Toyota Corolla or Camry for sedans, which offer excellent reliability and great fuel economy. For SUVs, the Hyundai Tucson and Kia Sportage are solid choices with better tech and warranty coverage. If you want something more premium, the Mazda CX-5 and Subaru Forester provide a nice balance of performance, safety, and quality without breaking the bank. In conclusion, Nissan's decline in reliability, safety technology, interior quality, and overall ownership experience makes it one of the car brands to avoid in 2025. While Nissan still has some appealing models and offers competitive pricing, the long-term risks and potential repair costs are enough to make most buyers think twice. If you want a car that will keep running smoothly, hold its value, and provide a worry-free experience, you'd be better off exploring other options. Always remember to research thoroughly, read reviews from current owners, and consider total ownership costs before making your decision. Buying a car is a big investment, and you deserve to get the best value and reliability possible. That's why in 2025, Nissan just doesn't make the cut as a top choice for many drivers. General Motors, GM. General Motors, or GM as it's often called, has been one of the biggest names in the car world for over a century. Brands like Chevrolet, GMC, Cadillac, and Buick all fall under GM's umbrella. For many years, GM was a symbol of American automotive power, producing trucks, SUVs, and cars that millions of people relied on. But in 2025, the story isn't as straightforward. While GM still offers some solid vehicles, it's becoming clear to many buyers and experts that General Motors has several serious issues that make it a brand to avoid this year. Let's dive into why GM is struggling and why you might want to think twice before buying one of their cars or trucks in 2025. One of the biggest problems GM faces right now is reliability. Over the past several years, GM vehicles have shown an increasing number of mechanical and electronic issues. This is surprising for such a large and experienced company, but the data doesn't lie. Reports from Consumer Reports, J.D. Power, and other trusted sources consistently place GM brands below average in reliability compared to competitors like Toyota, Honda, and even Ford. Take Chevrolet, for example. The Chevrolet Silverado is one of the best-selling trucks in America. But despite its popularity, many owners have reported problems with the Silverado's transmission, electrical system, and engine. These issues can lead to costly repairs and unexpected downtime, which is frustrating for any truck owner who depends on their vehicle for work or daily life. When you compare the Silverado to competitors like the Ford F-150 or Ram 1500, those trucks tend to have better overall reliability and fewer complaints. Similarly, the GMC Sierra, which is basically a cousin to the Silverado but with a bit more luxury, shares many of the same reliability concerns. Buyers expect a premium experience from GMC, but the recurring mechanical problems can spoil that impression. These troubles hurt GM's reputation, especially among buyers who want their trucks to be durable and trouble-free. Cadillac, GM's luxury brand, also struggles with reliability. The brand is known for its bold design and advanced technology, but Cadillac vehicles often face issues with their infotainment systems, electrical components, and engine performance. These glitches can make the ownership experience more stressful than it should be, especially considering the high prices Cadillac charges. Luxury buyers expect top-notch quality and dependability, and when Cadillac falls short, it leaves a sour taste. One area where GM really loses points in 2025 is in electric vehicles. GM has made big promises about going electric, including plans for many new EVs under the Chevrolet and Cadillac brands. While this shows forward thinking, many of their electric vehicles still have problems with battery life, charging infrastructure, and software glitches. The Chevrolet Bolt, which was once a hopeful step toward affordable electric cars, suffered from recalls due to battery fire risks. These safety concerns shook customer confidence and caused a lot of headaches for owners and the company alike. In contrast, companies like Tesla, Hyundai, and Kia have taken big steps in improving their electric vehicles' range, reliability, and user experience. Even traditional rivals like Ford have gained praise for their Mustang Mach-E and F-150 Lightning electric models. GM needs to catch up quickly, or it risks falling behind in the most important trend of the automotive future. Another big reason some people avoid GM in 2025 is the quality of interiors and technology. While GM tries to pack its vehicles with advanced features, many owners say the materials feel cheap or outdated compared to competitors. The infotainment systems in some GM vehicles can be slow, glitchy, or confusing to use. This is especially frustrating since buyers expect modern technology to make their driving easier and more enjoyable, not more complicated. Comfort and design are other areas where GM sometimes misses the mark. The seats in some Chevrolet and GMC models aren't as comfortable as those in rivals like Ford or Toyota, especially on longer trips. The cabin noise can be higher, making the driving experience less pleasant. When you're paying thousands of dollars, these small but important details matter a lot. Fuel economy is also a concern. GM still relies heavily on big V6 and V8 engines, especially in their trucks and SUVs. These engines are powerful, but they often fall behind competitors when it comes to fuel efficiency. In 2025, with gas prices fluctuating and more buyers interested in saving money and reducing emissions, GM's less efficient engines can be a disadvantage. While GM has started to offer hybrid and electric options, they haven't yet fully optimized these technologies across their lineup. Customer service and maintenance costs add another layer to the problem. Many GM owners report frustration with the quality of dealership service and the availability of replacement parts. Repairs on GM vehicles, especially those involving electronic systems or luxury features in Cadillac, can be expensive. This can make ownership less enjoyable and more stressful over time, especially for people who don't want surprises when it comes to maintenance bills. Another point to consider is GM's quality control and recalls. GM has had some major recalls in recent years involving safety issues such as faulty ignition switches, airbag problems, and battery fires in electric vehicles. These recalls not only cost the company millions, but also hurt consumer trust. When you buy a car, safety is non-negotiable, and repeated recalls make buyers think twice about trusting the brand. If we look at the competition, GM faces tough rivals in almost every category. Toyota and Honda continue to dominate with legendary reliability, fuel efficiency, and resale value. Ford has bounced back strongly with great trucks and electric vehicles. Even newer players like Hyundai and Kia have improved quality and warranty programs, offering strong competition at competitive prices. Luxury buyers have more appealing options from brands like Lexus, Audi, and BMW, which often provide better quality and ownership experiences than Cadillac. So should you avoid General Motors completely in 2025? It depends on your needs and budget, but for many buyers, it's wise to be cautious. If you want a vehicle that is less likely to give you trouble, holds its value better, and offers a more enjoyable ownership experience, you should look at other brands first. GM vehicles can be tempting because of their aggressive pricing and American heritage, but the hidden costs and reliability concerns might cost you more in the long run. If you're considering a GM vehicle, try to do thorough research. Look for specific models with good track records, check for any recalls, and read owner reviews. Consider how much you value reliability, fuel economy, and technology. Also, think about your local dealership's reputation for service and repairs. These factors can make a big difference in how happy you are with your purchase. In conclusion, General Motors faces significant challenges in 2025 that make it one of the car brands to avoid for many buyers. Its reliability issues, slow progress in electric vehicles, quality concerns, and costly repairs add up to a tough package. While GM still offers some good vehicles, the risks and drawbacks outweigh the benefits for many consumers. Looking at competitors who have made clear improvements in reliability, technology, and ownership experience is a smarter move if you want to get the best value and peace of mind from your next vehicle. Remember, buying a car is one of the biggest investments you'll make. Taking the time to choose a brand and model with a proven track record can save you stress, money, and disappointment down the road. In 2025, General Motors just doesn't quite measure up in those important areas. Alternatives. So, if you're steering clear of these brands for 2025, what should you consider instead? Toyota and Honda remain the gold standard for reliability. Their SUVs and sedans like the RAV4, Highlander, CR-V, and Accord consistently rank top in dependability studies and have reasonable maintenance costs. For luxury buyers, Lexus and Acura offer great reliability with upscale features and performance that rival or exceed many European brands. If you want American but don't want the issues, Ford has improved a lot in recent years. The Ford Bronco and F-150, for example, offer strong reliability, good performance, and better tech compared to many Jeeps and GM trucks. Alright, that's the lowdown on the top 5 car brands to steer clear of in 2025. Remember, choosing the right car isn't just about the badge on the front. It's about reliability, service, and long-term value. If you're curious about better alternatives or want help picking your next ride, drop a comment below or check out some of our other videos. Thanks for hanging out with me on the Autoline. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss out on the latest car reviews and tips. Drive safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.